Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is an animated superhero film directed by Bob Persichetti, Peter Ramsey and Rodney Rothman. And it is the first feature-length animated Spider-Man film that we've got. And this has been getting quite a lot of praise. And I went in skeptical because more often than not when someone's like, yes, this superhero film is the best ever and whatever, I end up just feeling underwhelmed by the film. But I'm so pleased to say that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is not only one of the best superhero films of the year, but it's one of the best films of the year. And a lot of people have been saying this, and I have to agree with them. This has been such a pleasant surprise to watch and to discover for myself, because I've been a Spider-Man fan for a lot of years, especially when I was younger. I was reading a shit ton of his comic books. And finally watching a film that mixes together different eras, different types of Spider-Man, and especially doing it in an effortless way, it's quite refreshing, I'm not gonna lie. And I honestly wasn't that big a fan of Spider-Man Homecoming a couple of years ago, so this, just last year, wow, it felt way longer than that, but still, this is definitely a huge improvement and a pretty darn great animated film. I just want to talk about the style. It's fantastic. It's this pop art 2D mixed with 3D animation, with frames that are skipped here and there, with constant changing colors, background. It's a beautiful film to look at, absolutely. One of the most original and innovative films I've seen. And then in the animation department, this is one of the few times where you can actually say that this is a true comic book adaptation. Many are using this term in terms of themes, of stories, but in this case, visually, this is a true comic book film. And it's also wonderful, with a lot of attention to detail in the background, with some of the sounds. It's such a funny film, such a funny film. And the best thing about this is that, well, this is a comedy. It is produced, also written by Phil Lord and maybe even Christopher Miller. We've made the Lego Movie, the 21 and 22 Jump Street films. And the wonderful thing about this film is that the tones are blended together in a rather effortless way, which is oh so satisfying to see. This film knows exactly when to be funny, when to be laugh out loud, I can't talk today. Laugh out loud, hilarious, and it also knows when to be sad, when to be serious, when to be dramatic. And there is a lot of great character stuff in this film. And probably the biggest surprise about this film is that it's being marketed as Into the Spider-Verse, all these different incarnations of Spider-Man. And with the first trailer we got a focus on Miles Morales, but everything else was just focused on the other Spider-Man, so it was like, okay, are they gonna jumble everything together? Well, they just do a really fantastic thing. This is the story of Miles Morales. He takes up the majority of the screen time. He is a fascinating character, wonderfully developed, very relatable, very likable. And once he meets Peter Parker, who is voiced by Jake Johnson, their chemistry together, how they grow as two different people, it's wonderful. Truly solid writing and character arcs in this film. And also Gwen Stacy, played by Hailee Steinfeld, she also has a bit more character, while the other three, like the anime ones, Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham, they don't have that much characterization. They're pretty much one note, which is slightly unfortunate, but it's also a big positive because they work with what they're given, they don't have that much screen time, and they work as punchlines. As we spent more time also trying to develop those three characters, it would have been overwhelming. And in this way, this film stays focused on Miles Morales, his relationship with his family, with his new powers, and with Peter Parker and Gwen. And it goes to some really emotional places. I haven't cried during this film, but they definitely have made a lot of people in the theater cry. And it was fun. It was also a ton of fun. It's rare for me to laugh during a film. The first half especially was pretty funny. It does get to drag a little bit during the third act of this film with the mindless action and constant movement. It becomes almost a little bit too much. But still, this was a thoroughly entertaining film. It has fantastic voice acting. Nicolas Cage gives his best voice acting performance in forever. Everyone else in the cast also great. The sound, I'm not the biggest fan of the type of music that they use, but it works in context of the film. The visuals, wonderful, terrific editing and sound design, and the story, it's better than the average superhero film. It's more emotional, it's more funny, and it works. Simply put, this is a film that works on every level. Is it perfect? Personally, no, but it's almost perfect. I definitely had a blast watching this, and I think a lot of people are gonna love it as well. It's already like in the top 5 almost on Letterboxd. It's in the top 40 on IMDb, so this is like, I think this is the peak of love for this film. If you give it like maybe 5 days, maybe a week, you're gonna start seeing a lot of people just shitting on this. Like, it's overrated, it's the usual crap. I don't care about that. I very much enjoy an emotional story, very much enjoy an enjoyable film, and this is both. I felt emotions, I was thoroughly entertained from start to finish, even though it slows down a little bit, but that's to be expected. So guys, I definitely recommend you check out Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's quite possibly the best animated film of the year. But so guys, have you watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.